ideal you wanted sort of a squad of 20 and maybe 20 outfield players with 3 goalkeepers, and then last week you were saying maybe it's other teams have got a squad of 45. So has your thinking changed over the season in terms of what resources you actually now need to kind of...
Yeah, ideally always 23, 24 outfield players and 4 goalkeepers. That's my ideal always.
But last week you said about 45.
Sorry?
Last week you said some teams have got a squad of 45. So
Yeah, but that's not my ideal. Well, it is ideal 45 squad to have a pool of players that you can use in various ways. Some of them to play here, some of them to be on loan, some of them to development, some other to give you profit, you know. But the actual squad to compete in the 4 competitions, 24 and 4.
So this ties into you.
And all available, without injuries, without people coming from surgeries, that you can have them there.
So the only way to get that would probably to have some sort of the multi-model you've applied recently, maybe you have a view on that, to kind of have a wider network of players you can tap into.
Well, that's a possibility as well. Obviously, having a lot of talent in the academy and in the loan system that we can provide that.
Just to check, I know Simon asked you about Max. Have you actually passed the Premier League, or was it just have they given you guidance that it's a no?
No.
No to you asked and no to the...
That I haven't as a Premier League, no.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Mikel, I mean, Man City have had major injuries, Tottenham have had injuries, you've had injuries.
Yeah.
Are Premier League players on the risk of breaking down because of the intensity, because of the amount of competition? The general question to the whole league.
Well, the risk is always there because we play a sport that is very demanding. It's a lot of contact, and on top of that, we are demanding them more and more and more. And some teams are going to have a competition as well with the Club World Cup as well in the summer. You know, so we know the direction that is going. So certainly sustainable in the manner that is today. If you want to maintain the quality, I think it's going to be very difficult.
Riccardo Calafiori played as a striker when he was growing up.
And Saliba.
Oh, well,
You didn't know that, eh?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're big
I
lads.
play a striker. Willie is always
Everyone
I
wants
play.
to be a striker as a kid, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, is that an option, putting them up front? If it is,
All the options are welcome.
so that's on the table?
Yeah. Well, you never know what's going to happen, so we're going to have to be creative.
John?
Thank you.
Mikel, they say that a wounded animal is the most dangerous animal. Are you that? Not you personally. Arsenal.
Do I look like an animal?
Arsenal. Are they a wounded animal?
Well, do it as you want. I think it's part of the sport. It's part of the challenge, and it's part of the beauty of when somebody is having a difficulty, or somebody is facing something that is not ideal, is how we react to that. I mean, and that's testing the spirit and the quality of a group of players or a team in this case. And we need to love that, you know. We need to be obviously very, very analytic on the things that we can do better as well to try to avoid that. But after, we have to react in a manner to show that will as well, that regardless what happens, our will to win and our ambition is not going to change.
And you've seen the players react the same way as yourself, but
Yeah.
it was, oh no, why me, and let's do this in that order.
And the order is exactly that, because oh no is again because it's a reaction and you feel for the person and the player, then the impact that they are having in the team as well. But then you have to say, okay, what else can I do to make this work again?
Isan?
I'm Mikel.
Hi.
Of course, not getting a striker in the most recent window was always going to be a roll of the dice. At the time, did you, from your perspective, could you understand the gamble it was not getting a striker, or is that coming to play now since Havertz has become injured?
I understand that, but I mean, we had 2 strikers, or with Leo 3, with Gavi and Kai, you know. So if now we have to look at other teams that they have 4 or 5 strikers, I don't know how many there are in Europe, you know. So we had the strikers.
And how hard is it now? Obviously, I know you've got to adapt and get on with it. But obviously, Kai was a big part of your puzzle as part of the team. What's it like now having to try and adapt going forward? You've got a good 3-4 months left of the season now without him.
Go day by day, you know, because I don't know what the next challenge is going to be or the next opportunity is going to be. We have won a lot of games as well with playing Leo as a 9, and when you look at other players that they play together. So, again, we will find the right solutions.
And what's the situation with Charles Jr.? You played against Brentford last season, I think, in the Carabao Cup. He had loan spells, obviously truth be told.
Yeah.
What's the situation with him? Is he in first team contention on the squad?
Well, and he's certainly training with us, so any player now that obviously is in this position, the same with Kavia and Nath as well, that they've been very much involved with us, they will have opportunities.
Okay, finally we'll go to Sam.
Hi.
Did you say that Williams offered to play up front?
Yeah, Willie is so funny, straight away is one of his reactions, and it's true as well that he played. He used to score a lot of goals, but as he said, probably a lot of players played when they were younger in those positions.
Be a good target, man.
Yeah?
Be a good target.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah.
When you first came to Arsenal, you won the FA Cup playing a different style of football.
Mm.
You didn't have the same players. You didn't have. You've shown in the past you can play different ways and adapt, and you're not just stuck to 4-3-3. That's it. Given the resources at your disposal, do you envisage a big change of approach and philosophy and style now, given what you've got?
Yeah, for me it's much more related about the intentions and behaviors of the team than formations, is my opinion. For me, a formation doesn't mean anything if you don't tell me what intents that team had. And for example, we were talking before about the high press situation. You can play 5-4-1 and be the most aggressive team in Europe if you want to, and play man-to-man every ball. Or you can just sit back in 20 meters, very compact, don't jump to anything, and counter-attack. So it's the behaviors. Certain behaviors and intention of this team, they're not going to change. Some others, we're going to adapt to the qualities of our players.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.